Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute? Turn your radio dial to the Texas Ticket.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando, and I'm with Miss Shurrie Potts.
Hey there.
Good to see you again, right? Yeah, it feels like forever.
I know. It's been a while.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad you're back. We had a good time. Josh
Without
Juarez.
me?
Well, Josh Juarez from Jig Solar, my boy, came in to visit with us, and we had a good time. We did, and we had Dr. Sheridan Bowser on the show, chiropractor here from the area. Wonderful program. We had a good time, and as a matter of fact, so good. It was so good. We went out to that new place, Ego Cuisine, out on, was it 242? Where that Lowe's, Walmart is. Yeah, in the parking lot.
The ones that we had here, right?
Yeah, it's a standalone building. It was out there. We went there. They've been on the show, like you said. Yeah. And danced it up, ran into some old friends, and a lot of the folks from the Woodlands that, and I don't get out like that, as much as I should. I know you probably visit more than I do.
I've never been there, actually, no.
Yeah, your stomping grounds are Two Tones and
no, I've never been to Two Tones either.
What did you do the mingle there? There was a networking event there. I thought you went to.
I didn't get to go. I set it up, but yeah, I didn't get to go.
Oh wow, well, we had to blend a little bit of that more in the agenda.
I don't get out much.
Same, and we always talk about the our lifestyle versus what's. I'm cooler online, and on what the reality is. Mm-hmm. But, we wanted to support them, and it was my first time there. And I think a lot of people said the same thing. It was their first time there as well. But dang, Yalba mixed music artist. I don't know. She sang like a bunch of 80s, 90s, 2000 cover tunes, and it was fabulous. Everybody was dancing. How was the food? It was good. I thought my appetizer was fabulous, but the rest of it I thought was fair to good, but in the shadow of the good time where I really didn't, other than the tab, I didn't recall much about the meal.
But you signed for it, right?
Yeah, no, the rest of it stole the show, big time. I mean, I think going there for some appetizers or a dessert and then staying for the entertainment, and because it's open to 1:30, it's open late, so it was a super good fit. But I think a lighter fare for me would have been a nice wine and a lot of dancing and fun.
More like a liquid diet.
Exactly, like a liquid diet. Yeah, and true to that diet, and so one of the folks we ran into out there, amongst many, was Tim Tremere, an old friend that lived out here on Lake Conroe for a long time, and we invited him out on the show today. I'd like to introduce Tim Tremere for those that don't know him. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Happy to be here. I thought for some reason maybe we haven't seen you because you were in jail and you just got out. Not sure about that.
I mean, it's possible.
During those times, I'm not on the air, but
it's been a long time. Yeah,
I'm glad to be free.
And a dear friend. You know what? We have a lot of history together.
On my paper, it says the legend OG. So that's how he describes you, just so you know.
They're the best times I don't remember, and I can tell you stories about being wise and back then not. But had a great time. So, thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. And friends with you, your sisters, Terry, Sharon, and your
my
father.
My brother Steve, really? Steve,
Tremere,
COO of University of Texas UT Golf. I lose every dime. I get a stroke a hole.
Oh, wow.
You never know who's going to show up at the house. Sergio Garcia sometimes, Don't know.
Anyway. And that's always been kind of exciting. Every time I was invited over the Tremere house, it was always such a who's who knows what could transpire.
Very competitive family, but beautiful family.
When we were younger, we just sneak out of that whole shindig.
Of course.
It was a shindig we needed to sneak out of.
Us either. It's fine.
Yeah. Where did all the boys go? Oh, they'll be fine. Where's the car?
So, you know what? Great teachers, mother and father, amazing people. Yeah.
Nice.
But if you guys don't mind, I'll just start off with a shout out to a tribute to David Bryant Esquire, best friend. A lot of people were his best friend. Amazing guy, business partner.
Rest
His
of all.
family's amazing. We lost him May 11th, and cheers to his family. And
So, yeah,
he's,
absolutely.
He's in the right spot. I already know that. So anyway, start there.
That's great. And you know, I know you were there with her. You held his hand.
I did not. I got the call and then went up to Bandera
Well-
as it happened, but I was there for the family, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's it's a gift. You know, if you're going to be employed by our father, sometimes you got to put your big boy pants on and you got to go do what you do, and that's really a great job to have.
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. It's taken a lot of times of sticking my finger in the light socket, and all the hard lessons learned to become where I'm at now. So, no cliff notes in that. But I'm
Yeah,
really
glory be
happy.
to God. Praise the Lord. And I'm so glad you took the time to go out there. And I know it meant a lot to his son, right? Yeah,
Well, his son and his two daughters, and
yeah.
Gloria.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's hard to say why we do what we do, but we're there.
Yeah.
It's not about me.
And they called you. I mean, I think that's super fun and not fun, but super
Well,
super
let's-
It's endearing, yeah. for sure.
endearing and just an endeavor that I believe could just meaningful. You know.
It is. It's the closest thing to losing my mom, which I think a lot of people here in Conroe know. Jenny Termier, chemistry teacher,
Sure,
kicked me out of her class the third day. Miss Termier, I don't think that's right.
Get out. Get out.
Get going to Miss Arno's class. Anyway, there were so many people that called her mom, and there were over 1,000 people outside of the church that couldn't get into the church during her, her whole deal, and that says volumes. So proud to have that.
It's kind of surprising. My grandmother passed. There was people, and I was like, I thought Grandma just made tortillas and stayed home. And I'm like, who are all these people? And they just went on and on about all the wonderful things she did in her life, and it was nice. It was really nice.
I love talking about her because she was.
She was.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lives through us for sure.
And you know, I have those same sentiments with your father. I know that dads can be a little tougher. That we always get the bad end of the deal. You know, I'll tell you right now.
I don't think their intentions are like that, but they don't know when to stop because they've taught us enough. But you know what? My father, amazing guy, smartest guy I've ever met. It's like come home, vector calculus, third, semester at University of Texas. Dad, I can't understand this. He goes, you dummy. I would use the ASS word, but I'm not sure if I can.
Gotta push him. Gotta
It's
drive that
this,
sled.
this, and this. He was that guy. Yeah, amazing. So
Well,
very
you
blessed.
gotta get pushed a bit, and it's the job. And you're right. We don't know when to stop. And matter of fact, there's never a time you can turn it off. Sometimes, and you know that now. You're a father of what,
Yeah,
3,
but I've
2?
also learned that the things that are important is really the heart.
Yeah, sure.
And my daughters are smarter than I am. So
Well, how can you be better than in the next generation? I mean, I always hope my son comes better than I did, and he takes everything I taught him, and all, even if it was too much, and then becomes a better man in some way.
well, sometimes they're the teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, for
and,
sure.
and that's
if
definitely
you
one
and
of
I
the
are
ways.
a couple of idiots. I mean, we've been around each other a long time, but it's a beautiful talent to be able to have people open up and be themselves because of how you are.
But we see each other still as children sometimes, and I think maybe that's the way our
Toys
fathers
R Us
see
kids.
us. They still see you doing your
Yeah.
silly teen years, and your crazy little madness of a child, and
Survived it.
Yeah, and just barely. Woo! No, that was something. Were you a rebel in your youth?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Oh, you're going to plead the fifth?
Golly,
mean,
we're over with the full
I
confession, the
actually-
trust
no,
tree,
I
and you're going to
know.
come with that was perfect, an angel.
I was
Wow.
not an angel, and I was definitely an angel until like my senior year. And I was already like, my parents were not real nice people, so I was already getting in trouble for things that I wasn't.
Well, you might as well
doing.
go do stupid stuff
So,
because
yeah.
you're already in
And
trouble.
I was like, screw it, I'm already in trouble for it. I might as well go do it.
They're gonna.
So
They think
I
I'm
was,
doing it
I
anyway.
was definitely an angel until my senior year. Like I went to 22 different
Oh.
schools.
And then what happened?
Then what happened? Tell me about
Yes,
senior year.
let's talk about the chapter, the senior year. What
Well,
until
I got I
My
married,
mouth is so sweaty right now. I need something to drink.
dated my ex-husband, married my ex-husband, married my childhood sweetheart. Not my senior year, but right after. Yeah,
Okay.
had a kid, got married.
well,
That didn't last.
you know what? You have a beautiful child.
I do. I have a beautiful 24.
So there's the blessing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to happen for
She's
that
way
reason.
smarter and way more mature than I'll ever be.
I feel the same way about my girls. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he showed me his pictures of his daughter. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely
my
gorgeous.
girls?
Yeah. Mine are 8 and 12, and I feel like they're gonna be
my phone
gorgeous,
back.
and I need to get on the defense right now.
So my daughter Madeline, 23 years old, just turned 23, June 4th, graduated from Texas A&M.
Make sure you talk in that mic so they can hear you. Okay, I know that's not
Hello.
that close, but I hate to miss it.
Anyway, they're beautiful. I turned my phone off. I'll turn it back on. Yes,
can't
very
see your
proud of
pictures.
her and my daughter Callie, Kalleigh.
oh, nice.
15 years old. Yeah, she's like, Dad, I just aced the AP test for geology 5. She goes, oh, by the way, I number 2 out of 976 people.
Oh, wow.
And I said, well,
That's
who's number 1?
amazing.
She goes, I don't know. I don't care about that. So she's a 3rd degree black belt, Taekwondo. And I'm like, Callie, that's for
the-
wussies. So
Very
now she's I think she's a brown belt now in jiu-jitsu. And she's 5'10" and just amazing. You know what? Blessed.
Where's she going to go to college? Is she looking? Does she know what she wants to
She
do?
has choices anywhere
Yeah.
she wants to go
Number
right
2,
now,
for sure.
and I'll have her on Thursday, and we'll talk about that.
I know where your head's gonna be at.
We're gonna go karting. I'm gonna teach her how to drive a
I
manual
heard you're not doing
transmission
very. I heard you're
car.
not
Have
doing very
you-
well at that go-karting
Wait,
thing.
have you been to the one down here?
Of course, no. I'm better than most. I just have
just got beat the other day.
I know from a factory Porsche driver, Roberto Lara.
Roberto,
He's a
says
professional race car
dominated you.
driver, so you
Wait,
know
are
what? And
y'all in the
he's
league?
lighter weight, so that's the excuse. You know, I'm 220 and he's
Oh,
like
he's lighter weight.
180. So I'm like, why don't you throw like 40 pounds of weight in there? He'll still kick my butt.
You know, I bet he runs a lot of those tracks.
Well, no,
that stuff's
he's-
scary to me. You don't have a problem with going just ridiculously
Where do y'all
fast.
go?
This last time we went off of 336.
Yeah.
Conroe.
I like
By
that
Carl-
one.
But
By
MSR
Carl's Barton
racetrack is a
Park?
really good place to go. And
Carl's Barton Park over there, Stewart Creek, that whole thing, the Cardinal neighborhood.
I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I know what you're talking about. There's a
No.
park.
It's 336
and then there's the,
East.
It's called
Yeah.
kart racing or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's fun. But that's to, like
It's-
for
it's
the
right
kids
past
and
Carl
stuff.
Barton
And it was really a lot of fun. And no, so we're gonna do higher horsepower when
a-
Callie shows up. And no,
have a league
Roberto
at
is
that
like raced GT3 Porsches. You know, like real racing.
Yeah.
So he beat me. So that's fine. Now I have something.
okay.
I
I
can
drive my
learn from
car like a
people
race
like
car
that.
every day.
I love the fact that
You're driving like a race
I
car.
think I'm good, and somebody beats me, and it humbles me, and I like that. So I can learn more because that's life to me. Learning. Is a
I
good
got, I got
thing.
humbled at Incredible Pizza not too long ago. It was,
So
it
how
was
do you
my
feel?
own personal experience similar to what
Why
you're
don't you
talking
tell them
about.
about some basketball? Papa shot.
Yeah, she's the pop shop queen. Yeah, she's, you know.
I have no idea what that means either.
You know, that little machine where the balls pop out and you shoot the thing. That, ning, 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 ning,
Oh,
ning, ning,
I
ning, ning.
get
Yeah,
it.
that-
Yeah,
the Papa shot.
It's not good at that.
Yeah, she's,
I don't have any interest. in
Savage.
that. But it's fun to watch people do it. I guess.
yeah.
You know, especially somebody that did crazy stuff in her senior year, and you know, as a
I
daughter
try.
my age, and you know, still goes to places like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Who goes to places like that?
Me.
Yeah, all the time.
She's kicking my ass
I'm like,
there.
that's where I
over
was.
here.
That's where I have been.
So, what are you doing now? I mean, what do you do for work and stuff?
Well, do you want
That
me
whole
to
job
like
thing?
reverse engineer it, or just start off by saying that we built a
know.
bunch of really, really
I think that
beautiful
people-
homes? Work with my dad. Work with Roy Heaton as the person that was on the stage with Yelba.
Yeah.
And
Trimmer Builders.
yes,
And Roy Heaton.
started in
Builders.
1999, and you know we started it. And my sister's carrying the torch right now. Sharon, she's doing a
Oh,
great job.
sweet. Oh,
and she has
awesome.
taken it to a different level. Proud of you, Sharon.
And built so
Terry,
much out there in Carlton Woods, and they knew what
90
we know as
homes,
woodlands.
A lot of homes.
Well, back in the day, a lot.
So
yeah.
my sister Terry, though, she's interior design, but she
Hmm.
does fixtures, lighting, flooring, all that stuff. But she's won the Prism Award for the last 8 or 10 years for over 2.5 million.
Oh wow,
She's amazing. So I have a beautiful family.
and they're doing
Yeah.
great things. You know,
Well, you know, for the most part, yeah, they do great things.
they do.
Yes, no, they do. And then my brother Steve, of course, you know, he runs University of Texas UT Golf.
And
Started
all of the
Ramp
people you just
COO.
mentioned, when I was a little kid, they showed me so much love, so much welcomes, embraced me as their friend of Tim's and family. It was like you're on it was just so kind, and I could walk in the front door when no one's home and they'd still treat me with that same love. Oh, Armando, come on. When did you get here?
I show up in the ski boat
You
at
opened
2
the
o'clock
door.
in the morning, right on the water.
Like
So.
it.
Just super love.
But it started off with the parents,
Yeah.
So
and
that's
the whole family was just always, there was never that odd tensions you get in certain households.
Well,
and
when my mother met you, she took you outside, right? And I went out there, hey, ho, ho. She's like, no,
needed a
Tim,
minute.
go inside. Talking
She
to
needed
Armando.
a minute.
So she took her time with people to get to know them. And if she
yeah.
didn't really feel good about you, she'd just kindly kick you
Yeah.
out the door.
That's cool.
In a nice way, but she was very pure.
Then it was like, your dad would just, sit down, everybody sit down. You smoke cigars? Like, what? Oh, I'm 18.
He's not shy, I can tell you that. But one of the most intelligent guys I ever met in my life. He would never let me, you can't use a flight calculator to learn how to fly. Here's an E6B slide rule. I'm like, okay. So,
Yeah.
very cool stuff. Great family, man.
I
Great
loved
family.
it. It was
I'm
just
very, very
unique.
proud of all of them, and their kids are amazing.
Back then, 105 was a 2-lane highway. We were
95 miles an hour on Walden Road, lifeguard at Walden. All the people from Mexico, including Vincente Fox and
So
his
fun
crazy
fact, I
kids.
used to live off 105, but in Sour Lake.
I don't want to tell anybody what they used to call it.
Lake. Well, that's right. It does go all the way
It
over.
does go all the
Yeah.
way down that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Survived to tell the tale.
So you're doing something with the wind turbines. Tell me a little bit about that.
So my evolution of work after Tremere is like working with private equity groups, and David Bryant actually invited me to be part of this platform for a company called Limitless, and we actually take all of these wind turbine blades from GE, Siemens, Vestas, West Texas, offshore, all this stuff. There's no place for those blades to go because they've already hit their end road, right? 15 years. And they have a new technology.
Is that the limit? Is it 15 years? They got to come down or
more
something
or
like
less,
that?
but you don't want a brittle 84-meter wind turbine that looks like it's going slow, but the tip of the blade's going 300 knots. Rednecks shooting them, whatever it takes.
And it just takes off.
So says T. Boone Pickens. So it's time for those to come off, and we're 5 years ahead of everybody else with actually taking that and turning their trash into treasure. So Waste Management of the U.S. cannot take them. We cut them up, and we actually turn them into a resin powder that can be blended with, depending on customer requirements, a pelletizing it, and we can make anything from a Samsung watch like yours right there. The cover to it, that's why it's resilient, to flooring, to, there's so many applications. I shouldn't say that. We're not working with Boeing, BASF. We're not working with some of these big plastic companies. We're not working with Mercedes. We're not working with a lot of people. So for the record, we're not working with any of those people.
Yeah, and that's the reason that being said, I guess that's some bad press, right?
It's terrible. It's actually
just a bad feel about that they had put to the the
Well,
recycling
they set
and the green
aside
of it.
4% for the recycling side, and that is not the truth. So we basically take a problem and we turn it into a beautiful solution that can be recycled 100 times over, whereas just plastic can only be done once. And we have all the patents, we have all these things, and we're worldwide. We're working with the Port of Amsterdam. We have 10 hectares that they're bringing in these offshore blades. We're doing the same thing. And it's a beautiful product. It's more resilient, it's lighter weight, less cost. And you know what? Well, anybody that tax
awesome.
credits, carbon credits, but we're basically taking somebody else's trash and turning it into a beautiful thing.
In the business world, I come from where everything is talking about sustainability, so that is huge.
We hit all the buttons on the
Yeah,
ESG,
for
UN
sure.
17 guidelines, all of the above. You know what? We're creating jobs. We're creating all kinds of things that otherwise.
Well, let's bring it in from Amsterdam. Let's dial
Why
it
are you
back.
talking what?
I don't know.
Hold on.
You're so far away. I think some people feel sometimes that it's not reality, right? It's not what's going on. You're also taking part with a CARES group right here in Conroe.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know what?
me a little bit about
369
that.
Global Wellness, beautiful platform. So I think they're off 2854, but they have all these different spiritual people, like even shamans from Colombia, stuff like that. So they're into more of an Eastern, not Western, holistic medicine platform.
Okay.
Any age, whatever it may be, anybody that's they help you get your balance right,
Yeah.
your spiritual balance, and
Where are these
everything
people
else.
at
So
there?
from kids all the way up, you know what? And it's amazing when you go out there. It changes everything. That if you're unhappy about life, then you have a different perspective. It's really amazing, and
Is it
I'd like
where
for
you
those
go-
guys to come on the show. Actually, you should
I'd
have
love
them.
to Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, I think
really
that'll
cool.
help a lot because
Do you have a question?
Sorry,
I was gonna say, is
told
this
you.
where you can go like do ayahuasca or something? and
All of it?
Find your balance.
Oh,
I think I've seen I've
fantastic.
it. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
That's very
yeah,
cool.
it's I endorse it. You know,
Sure.
I've been
yeah.
an idiot savant all my life, but mainly idiot. But you know what? One of these things, this whole platform it's amazing. It makes you calm and happy about life. Your perspective is better.
Very cool.
Fantastic. I love the concept. I really, and only because I'm so anti big pharma, you know. But, you know, damn you, modern medicine. You know, I mean, it's saying
They're
I
just
feel
creating
like
a
I'm
problem
on the-
for another problem. So
But
they
they- but
solve
they've
one and
created
create
so many
another one,
solu-
and that just doesn't make sense.
so many solutions at the same time where you can't throw rocks at it, right? But then you can, and then you
Well,
shouldn't.
you know what?
Well,
Our
I-
Father has provided the whole time. You know what? Nobody
Sure.
paid attention to it, and you know when you want to go back in history, you know, you can figure out who did it.
Well, and Louis Pasteur takes
Rockwell
60
is, you know what?
years
Look,
to
they're
give
not
us-
going to let me do this, but I'm going to go ahead and start colleges and give people money so I can tell them to do what I do because I paid for it.
I will say, coming from the medical field for 20 years prior to this job, it was big pharma is a big deal, and they make a lot of money. And the product that I sold was a device that used electricity instead of pain medication to trick your brain so that you wouldn't have to take pain medication.
Well,
And
that's
it was
good, but that's
harder
one
to
of the
get
first things
insurance
I've
to pay for
times I've-
that
Yeah,
because
it wasn't FDA approved. Was
no,
it?
it definitely was FDA approved.
Oh, so they were using frequencies?
Just nobody was profiting from
Well,
it.
that is
Right.
absolutely
Nobody's profiting from that,
something
so-
that big pharma would kill.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, they don't like
so
it.
you had to go as
There's
a
no
patient.
medicine.
They'd rather
involved.
just shoot you with, you know,
Yeah,
protons and, you know,
Protons.
As a
nuclear
patient,
medicine.
you
Yeah.
had to go through like several hoops to even get to the point where the insurance would pay for it.
I always ask doctors, because I work with a couple of guys down in the med center, if your children or your family was sick, would you put them through nuclear medicine? And they tell me,
Yeah. No. Yeah. This
they
was
don't. You know why? Because there's so many things out there that are so simple.
Yep.
Cancer doesn't live in
Yeah.
a high alkalinity. You know what? That's simple. Baking soda and Celtic salt. Anyway, done talking
No,
about
no,
I'm not a doctor.
I get you, and there's just so much to that you know I'm and so much that modern medicine has given us as far as solutions and true solutions that. And then so much they've taken away that I believe that just I
They
feel this
lost touch a long
double-edged
time
sword.
ago, Armando. We've known each other for a long time. I can tell you right now that
I'm
there
hopeful.
are so many simple solutions that
I'm pretty
are
homeopathic.
very, very apparent
but-
to people that want to learn about them, and they need to do the research and take a look, see what happens.
Yeah, I'd like to meet your shaman, but you know.
It's not about that. No. That's I'm not talking to these. I just met all of these people, and they're amazing. I did this on my own
I need to correct
because
me.
I'm a stupid scientist.
I set that up. for your
Always
correction.
inquiring, and you know what, finding results from people that are there's cayenne pepper. Anyway,
Yep.
go ahead. Let's go. Next subject.
let's do this. Let's take a little break, and then we'll come back in a couple of minutes and take a word from our sponsor, guys. And if you haven't subscribed, please click that link down below. Subscribe. Check out our swag. You know, to get your Texas Ticket shirts. You know, your flags. You know.
Oh yeah, and go see Earth, Wind, and Fire on the 24th, and also REO Speedwagon on the 25th.
Hold on to that. We'll be right back and talk a little bit about that on the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. We'll be right back after this, folks.
Giving you the news and what's really in it.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Cruising Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket.
What's up?
What's up, Shurrie? What's up? and with us again, Tim Tremere.
Oh, she's
Callie,
very pretty. Yeah.
15-year-old.
Yeah.
They can't see that on. You hold it up to that camera right there. Maybe they can. There's his daughter,
That's Callie.
Callie.
She's
We're all
amazing. She's my bodyguard. Madeline,
Oh yeah, show us that.
little A&M
Oh, she's
graduate, little trader,
beautiful.
but
Little
A
trader.
and M. Okay. Well, and Lone Star Community Radio here, the station that we're housed at, also has a show called Ag Life. Are we still running an Ag Life show once a year? No, but they have been on from the past. You can catch some of their previous programs on our station, and links on the Lone Star Community Radio website. So the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show is really to introduce local events, local happenings, things happening in our area that Texans may want to go to or that are important to Texans.
Yeah.
So we punch that ticket, by sharing some of these events and things like that. And we've got quite a few coming up we want to talk about. We've invited Tim to stick around and tell us a little bit or give his input on some of these events. We got a little time to share today. One of the, I guess, the key events we're bringing up is the Free Citizens Concert, August 24th. And that is at 105 west side of Conroe and 336, right there where the Wake Church is, and Citizens Catering, Citizens Coffee, right there in the parking lot. There'll be a concert, and I think we've got like 10 different artists playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. Kyle?
Mr. Kyle, and we've got this huge stage. I think
is Kate going to show up that didn't?
I actually she was
Sorry, Kate.
she's got an event going on the 24th. She wasn't able to make it, but we've got Cat 5, Reverend Ray McDonald, and
Cat 5 is coming.
yeah, she's
she
gonna
is
be
my
there.
favorite.
Several of the different musicians from the Montgomery Community Band, not the band itself. There won't be the band in a whole, but the talent from it will be there. We've got different groups and different string quartets. There's an Indian flute guy coming, and he's got this wooden
Are there gonna be
flute.
Like
snakes?
Jethro Tull?
Wait, are there
No.
going to be snakes? Like,
No, it's
I mean, that would be
flutes
cool.
and snakes don't.
There's that
correlate.
little-
That is nasty. That's so bad.
that little
the flute
box
is really
drum.
good.
It's got that little box drum.
Cobra.
A little.
I mean,
Dun, dun, dun.
Depends on
It's
what
more.
Indian you're talking about.
Hello.
It's more of that holistic thing you were talking about. I feel like this would be a good holistic addition to like some salt therapy or something, where he got him
there
fluting
are
in the
certain
background.
songs that make you feel they take you to a place, right? So
He's
if
that
you listen
guy.
to stuff like that, it's certain, octaves, 432 starting, go anywhere from there.
Yeah.
It makes you feel really good.
We'll have a large drum circle as well. They've got a guy coming in. And we did that last week, and, I'm terrible at it. But these guys,
That's okay. You don't have to be. There's people that do it for a
man,
living.
there are those people coming to do it for us in intermissions between the sets. And they're just really good, and it really gets you going. Some of the folks from the Texas Renaissance Festival and that play out there.
A lot of talented people.
And they're going to try and get the crowd moving. The same folks that do senior living communities and youth groups and these kind of just bringing people together
That's
in a
what it's
music
about.
way.
Such is life.
And I love it.
Yeah.
So August 24th, a Free Citizens Concert will be at the Citizens Catering here in Conroe, Texas. You can catch them between I think 10 and 6 p.m. They're at the parking lot. It's a free concert. It's free. Yeah. It's free. Come on out and enjoy that. Also coming up, I had the interns put this whole thing together for me. There's the Hullabaloo show that's coming on in Bryan. I don't know.
Can you spell that?
Hullabaloo.
It's like a festival, though, right?
Yeah.
It has a bunch of people.
And Saving Abel is one of
Yeah.
the headliners out there. But if you can make it out to the Hullabaloo Festival, you can catch Saving Abel with special guest Silverleaf.
Yeah.
And they're going to be right over here. They're going to be in Spring, Texas at Sawyer Park Ice House on Monday, July
It's a beautiful
29th.
place right around
Saving
the corner
Abel
from
came
where I
in
live.
to the bar I used to work at a long time ago.
And Sawyer Park, right?
So you
that's
probably
some
know the
nice-
guy Doug, right? Doug?
Well, I don't know. It's been a long time.
Okay,
It's
well,
been a long
can't
time.
talk
Do you plays
about
with
that.
Saving Abel?
No, he just works. He plays a role over at Sawyer Park.
Oh, no.
Close
I
to-
don't. I didn't work at Sawyer Park. I worked at this little hole in the wall place called Community Bar in Montrose. Or
Okay.
actually,
Oh,
Midtown.
I think I've been there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
A lot of people have.
Yeah.
not for the wrong reasons.
No, it's the right reasons.
So at 314 Pruitt Road, Spring, Texas. You can catch the Saving Abel Silverleaf concert September 27th. And I think those tickets are on sale. It's on SawyerPark.com.
I've never been to Sawyer Park.
I
so
haven't
close.
either.
It's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, they got a huge screen. It's it's like Kirby's Ice
I was gonna
House,
say, is
but
it
I
better
like
than
Sawyer a
Kirby's?
lot. Good people.
Deep Purple is going to be at Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion, and that's happening August 27th. Dun, 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 dun.
That's the first song you ever learned on a guitar.
Absolutely. One finger, the whole ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
True story.
True story for most
And then we have
aspiring
Earth, Wind,
guitarists.
and Fire.
That's
So they're
right.
coming up, I think, August 24th. Oh, and, shows the age. REO Speedwagon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of great songs there. I heard Post Malone's coming in October. That was just
that's
confirmed a
awesome.
few days
Yeah,
ago. He's going to be out there in October, and that's going to be a great show, and it's cool. It's October, outdoor.
We hope.
So I went
Right.
to, I was in Atlanta this past week, and they had several little parties that were put on by different companies. And American Express put on this huge party that had a bunch of old rockers, like people from Steppenwolf, a bunch of different bands. Like
Pink Floyd's ZZ Top.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Rolling
called-
Stones.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I'm just waiting.
So
on
it
your
was
friend.
awesome. It was so great. And then the Spasmatics played for
wow.
the
That's
other
really
party.
cool. The Cult, The Cure.
Yeah, it was great.
I think it reminds me of the free concert here at Heritage Park is going to have the Spicolis.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah, the Spicolis.
Yeah.
And they do the
What's that? That's my
80s
skull.
covers, the big hair, spandex.
Yes.
Yeah, they're coming. Nate Nelson Acoustic Show is playing over at Red Brick Tavern on Tuesdays now. Tuesday evenings, you can always catch Nate Nelson out there. And
Didn't
let's
Co-
see, what else do we got? What's that?
I was gonna say, didn't Co Wenzel just play?
He did. He played
yeah,
a
that
weekend
was
last weekend. Yeah,
Saturday, yeah.
last Saturday. I heard it went really well.
I saw that it was busy. Yeah.
Across the U.S., I think there's like 2,800
I honestly don't know who he.
country stations in one nation, and I think they were all playing Co-Wetzel at the same time.
Very cool.
Yeah, kind of like a Co-Wetzel salute. We did go out to the Folds of Honor event at Windcrest Lake
yeah.
Windcrest Golf Course. We did that, and that's really about some. Helping out the families of fallen soldiers and giving scholarships and things of
I'm
that
very
nature.
close to that group. Clint Aiken, thank you.
Yeah,
All of the other
absolutely.
guys that are part of this Folds of Honor, they're generating a lot of money.
They
It's
are.
amazing. And that's what it's all about.
They were talking about some numbers that were crazy, and they were just like, we're just spitting out
These
scholarships
people
to support
died
these
for
families.
us to be Americans.
Yeah.
He got teary out there. There was
know-
there was a bagpipes. There was a 21 drive salute. There was a where each guy shot a drive off into the range. At the 21 drive salute, and then they had the bagpipes. Of course, the ROTC came out. The Magnolia ROTC came and did the march and the flags and all that. It went on and on. There was a whole host of respect
Well,
and
true Americans, and that's that's us.
America.
And I just wanted to
Absolutely.
say it in a nutshell without saying anything else. Those are the people that kept this foundation, and they're not going to allow us to lose it, nor will I or you.
Absolutely. And what a good time. And 18 holes of golf. It was a little cloud covered, but I'll tell you, it beats the heat. When you get out there.
So, how many bottles did you drink along the way?
there,
Drink better when you play golf.
No, the cart girl hit my cart,
she was
hit the
probably
media
really
cart.
pretty
She
girl,
smashed
too.
into the media cart, and two Fireball little airline fell into my cart, and I woke up in the grass with one in my hand. It was I was like, I'm okay, and the pro's like, I saw everything, and I'm like, okay,
You felt better after you drank it because you hurt yourself.
yeah, pain relief, yeah, good to go, yeah, nothing like holistic medicine,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. I don't know that
or
Fireball.
whiskey.
I mean, Fireball has like kerosene in it.
You don't like Fireball?
It's definitely got some kind of fire in it,
Little cinnamon.
It's
like kerosene.
cinnamon.
There
or-
are
That's
better
natural.
drinks than Fireball.
There are
Just
definitely
it's kind of like
better
MD
drinks than
2020 because
Fireball.
they're cheap. You
Yeah.
might end up in the back seat in
For
high school
sure.
with in a
Lookout
car.
Point.
Oh, God.
The road. We all know
like
all
a
that place.
Four
Anybody that's like
Loko.
1990 or less went to the road for sure.
Road.
I don't know what that is, but
Nowhere
well,
Street.
I don't want to.
yeah, it's not important.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of stories out there though.
I don't drive my car on Caliche
I don't-
anymore.
I don't drive down Longmire anymore for those reasons either. When it was 2 lanes, just like Walden Road.
And People's Street's
Or
no
105.
longer a dead end.
It was a long time ago. In a far, far away land.
No far, far away land.
Way.
So let's see. Sunday, the Run to You show over at
That was
was
today's
it
the
28th? It's today the 30th?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, we missed
Isn't that
out.
amazing?
I know.
Yeah. Not a day that ends with Y and wine not.
I don't know if
That's what I say.
Yeah.
October 27th, Gatlin Brothers. That's happening, right? Yeah.
Dusty
Okay.
Doe, the
Okay.
Big
Big barn.
Barn.
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
barn. Dusty Doe right there for 545. And man, so many.
I know.
We could spend an entire show, and we should get
And I haven't
Chelsea
updated
back
the
out.
calendar, sorry.
Get her out, call her up, let her
I
come out
will.
the show, so we can let Chelsea give us a big opportunity to
Well,
have her moments, so we don't have to like
I
piece it
have,
up. It's a la carte. Just
I might can get Trey out here too for the Conroe catfish thing. The
Callie?
cat-
oh yeah,
No. Trey Diller.
Diller. Oh yeah, sure. He's been on
He's
before. Good
part
friend.
of whatever's coming in October.
Blue October.
We're not
Great
talking
band.
about it.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
No, we can't divulge yet.
That's okay.
Well,
I just
we
said
don't-
Blue October is a great band.
They are.
There,
Yeah. Do you like Imagine Dragons?
I do.
Then,
And they're coming up too. Good job.
No, I didn't want to go and say that.
That's fine, but it's
we're gonna
true.
get banned.
You know what? Hey,
We're gonna-
Armando, that's why you don't
We'll
have
get
buddies. We've
banned.
known each other for a long time. It's filling in the
They're gonna block this
pieces.
show up. I finished that joke. Yeah. But anyway, Gatlin Brothers, October 27th at the Big Barn on I-45 at Do-Si Do. The Kimbros putting on the regular show over at the jam sessions over at the
Oh,
table
yeah.
at Medley. And, you know, Sundays 1 to 6, you can go out there and catch these guys. And I always tell people, don't underestimate the Kimbros. I mean, we put them in a bad weather condition, and these guys went ham, playing old Black Crowes tunes and old, you know.
I love the Black Crowes.
Yeah, and they
Me
did.
too.
It must have been like 40, 50 mile an hour winds out there. And
Who cares?
all these long-haired dudes are just
I was at the
I mean,
Pink
just-
Floyd
you know, it was just
at Rice University
perfect.
when the whole tarp blew up and there was lightning hitting at Rice University all of the flag posts.
wow.
Nobody left.
Nobody
Pig
left.
was coming out. You know, it's like, well, you know what? This is a great time to die.
It's a great time to have long hair when there's 40 mile
We
an
didn't-
hour
nobody
winds.
cared.
Yeah.
No, because the
Long
music
hair,
was
don't
amazing.
care.
Lightning.
Lightning. They thought it was part of the show. It's,
Yeah.
Wow, this
That was
is
before they
amazing.
had like all the lightning on
So,
the stage.
Since we still, Ronnie James Dio. Ronnie James
Oh,
Dio,
come on.
King of the Lightning.
Really?
He had that like pterodactyl that flew through the summit. Remember the summit? The old summit, they called it the summit. It was the
Raindrops
Toyota
keep falling on my
Center.
head. Here
Yeah.
comes the rain. There's all kinds of thing about lightning, fire.
Yeah, he had that pterodactyl, a mechanical one that flew across the summit, and then they had the a T-Rex looking mechanical
Did it
thing.
look
It blew
real
fire.
cool?
The T-Rex blew fire.
I mean,
Yeah,
back then it
that was
was
Ronnie James
so cool.
Ronnie James Dio, and David Lee Roth when he did the solo tour, he had the big.
When he couldn't remember the
there
words
was
of the songs, but he got better.
Yeah. There was a
He'd
there was
kung
a
fu out there.
boxing ring in the center of the of the thing, and it eventually came up, and then it went so far and it stopped, and he came off of it on a surfboard, and then flew him through the audience, and he swung around. It was super cool. I just thought, okay, extra credit. They don't do stuff like that anymore.
You know,
know,
because too many people get hurt.
I feel like there's a lot,
No, that's
lot
actually
less drugs involved too.
Oh, when? Nowadays? Are you kidding? No, they replaced one for another. And I can tell you right now, some of the most beautiful music happened in the
Oh,
70s, 80s,
no,
90s, for
absolutely.
sure. And
I'm not
everybody that
knocking
missed
it.
the early 90s,
Yes,
well, sorry. We were
Yeah,
best
really
time we
sorry.
don't remember, but it was awesome.
absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool.
Rest in peace.
A moment for that,
Anyway.
yeah, and it's not resting. You know, it's not because everybody in town's doing a tribute band because
Yeah,
they're-
yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, I just tell you, it's kind of like nobody goes up north to retire. You know, nobody just kills the 80s and 90s tunes. You know what I mean? They just don't. Things don't happen a certain way. I mean, we can paint it with any brush we want, but the reality is,
No, like I said,
I'm going
that-
to Florida to retire, or Texas,
Yeah.
or you know, I'm going south. You know, and so is
I'm
most.
going to Texas.
We'll bring DeSantis back in. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. But so Bernhardt Winery is since they're. I guess we missed the Run to You show, which is
Yes,
kind
we
of a Brian Adams tribute. But they are doing the Charcuterie Festival, which is one of the most lavish get-togethers. And I mean,
That's a really cool place.
It's a winery with a charcuterie
Yeah,
festival.
no, it's wonderful.
Put that
And their wine is
together, let it
amazing,
soak
too.
in.
Yeah, it really is.
Think it through.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's happening
September
Saturday.
14th.
Yeah, September 14th. Yeah, that's
Nice.
12 to 5 during the day. You can still have a good evening that night. And if you,
I'm going.
Maybe.
That is wonderful.
yeah,
That is awesome. Good
can't
time of
tell
the
you.
year to do it, just like you said.
August 30th, Bellamy Brothers are playing in Huntsville at the Old Town Theater.
Yeah.
The Bellamy Brothers, they'll be out there from 6 to 8:30. What is that, a 2-hour show? What?
I mean,
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
okay.
It's live.
Just
They're
let it go.
great. The longer, the better. I don't know.
I don't know. Most concerts a little more than 2 hours, 2 hours. And again, the Saving Abel will be again at the Hullabaloo Music Festival, and that's in historic downtown Bryan,
I'm just
September
excited. I
1st.
want to go see Paul Wall.
Paul Wall, baby. Yeah, Paul Wall will be out there. Paul Wall's going to be playing at the Ice House on Main in Bryan, Texas. There, with Deep Blue Something, Saving Abel, Injected Mushroom Live, Prince of Eden, West 22nd, that band Honey, Ultraviolet Hybrid, and just goes on.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I got to read a lot, and I even had to reduce the font so I could fit it on the page.
Can you see? That's why you have your different glasses on.
Man, too much.
And if I'm getting older,
It's a lot of yeah, kind of yeah.
I don't know why your hair's still dark.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I might goatee though. It's not liking that.
That shows the true color.
Yours went all white.
Pretty much look like a Q-tip. Easy to find me.
Not entirely. You still got the color.
A little bit.
But you were a lot darker when you were younger. You had a lot darker.
36, man. I look like my parents. 300 people. Oh, there's my mom. There's my dad. Yeah, but it's okay. I still have
Your
it.
dad
It's
had
real.
a lighter colored hair his whole life too.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
seemed like the majority of his life he was
You
lighter
know,
colored
people
hair.
think you're wise, but it's all about.
Also, Do-Si Do, August 2nd at the Big Barn. Zach Rushing, and that's a comedy show. That'll be August 2nd. Big Barn. Take that one off the list. You're gonna go there. And, Luke Prater is going to be playing over at the Ice House Conroe September 14th. I like Luke Prater. I first saw him, he was over at the Breakwater Grill in Walden, and his wife was selling merch, and I had like an hour conversation about her shirt designs and while listening to music and enjoying everything out there. And
Did you buy some of it?
yeah, I got a pair of shirts.
And the Ice House is really nice, by the way. That's a cool little
Yeah.
layout. Yeah,
That's
they got all
Jay
kinds of
and
stuff
Del
going
Blanco,
on.
the
Yeah,
Blanco
it's a really
family.
cool place.
They're
Yeah.
super fun, great people. We've enjoyed spending time with them and the folks over
Yeah,
there.
they're super nice.
So, what do you got going on? What events do you have over there?
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you bring
It's on
any?
your paper.
You were
My
mentioning some
events.
concerts.
Well, I'm not going to miss Earth, Wind, and Fire because they're an amazing band. I mean,
Tell me some songs. Give me some Earth,
Really?
Wind, and Fire. Do you know any? Can you sing
on.
any?
In a
don't wanna sing.
land called fantasy. Whatever, man. I can't do all that stuff. I'm not doing that right now.
Oh, I thought we were going there.
I will not.
Oh.
Anyway, that and REO Speedwagon, come on. That's all.
When are these? Do you have dates?
August 24th for Earth, Wind, and Fire, and REO Speedwagon August 25th.
Oh,
was
wow.
Put
that
your big boy pants
That's
on.
a big
your girl
weekend.
pants on, and
Cynthia Woods?
yes.
That's
Yeah,
a
so
big
that'll
weekend.
be fun.
Absolutely.
It's probably going to be really hot.
What's going on
but
over
you
at
know
the
what?
Hyatt?
Might as well plan for it, but I wouldn't miss it because that's how we grew up.
Back to back.
Product of those days.
Back to back. Just stay there. They're at the Hyatt Regency in Conroe and just
There you go.
Tom Sawyer, come on.
run back
You
and
know.
forth. Yeah.
Really cool
You
stuff.
name any Earth, Wind, and Fire songs?
No, I'm not good at naming songs, period, but I know them.
What was that movie with the Spicoli, Jeff Spicoli? I can't. It's not.
Fast Time.
Fast Time at
Ridgemont
Ridgemont
High.
High. Yeah.
Ridgemont High. You're
So,
talking about
remember
like the
Earth, Wind,
Spicoli,
and
the-
Fire concert was coming up, and it was the biggest thing on the show. They were like, "Oh my gosh, Earth, Wind, and Fire's coming! What are we gonna do?" And it was like a big deal, the whole thing. Yeah, it was like the centerpiece to the one concert everybody had to go to.
Oh, amazing.
What's
You
going
know?
on over at the Hyatt? What you got going on?
Nothing,
Hi-
actually.
Come on,
I
now.
Oh, the
know,
Hyatt
it's-
at Market Street?
No, Grand Central Park.
Sorry.
Hyatt Regency Conroe.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
No, yeah, nothing, actually. I just came back from Atlanta meeting with a bunch of big.
Oh, that was a work trip.
That was definitely.
Oh,
worth
I
it,
thought
yeah.
you were just
I
partying
have
with
something
some
for you.
bands.
You know what?
Okay.
So we work with Champ Bailey, a lot of these really, really like Deion Sanders, all this stuff. And the company is called God Loves Sports.
Okay.
One of my very best friends actually runs this whole program, and it's also it's the true, let's see. It's about real life of, sports stars,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happens,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
PTSD, things of that nature, but how they're getting into faith and, you know what, healing. It's not an easy place to be.
No.
Yeah, yeah, and there's no, it's unapologetic, so it's real as it gets, but
Yeah.
that's Atlanta for you, so.
You know, I've been listening to that Jelly Roll song. What is it? The
that song. Was it the one
Lord,
with
I Need a Favor.
Yeah,
Do God, I Need a Favor. Well, I always think about that, and you know, think about I think it's Matthew 8 or 9, 10, somewhere in there, and he talks about. You know, if you go to your neighbor's house and hey, I had some travelers come in from out of town and we need some bread, and he's like, man, my door's locked, my family's asleep, go away, you know, and he comes back and he goes, come on, man, I need to get him some food, and he goes, go away, we're sleeping. He's like, come on, man. He will give you some food eventually, just because of your shameless persistence. And he's not going to give you a scorpion, he's not going to give you a snake. He's going to give you the bread, so you'll leave him alone for the evening. And so Jesus in that statement said that, you know, ask and you shall receive. And your persistence will get you what you need.
I'd
So
like to add
pray
to
a
that.
lot. Pray a lot.
Well, but I'd like to add to that, you know, that's my whole life now. And I've learned a lot. You know, a lot of these people that want to, you know, spread the word, maybe they're real, maybe they're not. But you know what? Having a chance to experience a lot of the negatives, those are the best lessons I've ever learned in my life. But our Father, Yeshua, you know what, is always first. Jesus, I just call him Yeshua because that's his name. Father is good. Anytime that you have a chance to make another person's life better, that's a great job to have.
Yeah.
And it's not a job. It's
an opportunity.
An honor.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm so excited that you took the time to come
Yeah.
and join us. And I know a lot of folks were just, where's Tim? What's Tim doing? How's Tim's life? And, you know, I
No
know
jail, still here.
Yeah, you went to Colorado for a while. You traveled the U.S. for a while. You went overseas for a bit. And now you're back here in Conroe, or the Woodlands area now. Okay, and just starting off some new things and doing some great stuff. And man, it was so wonderful to see your face again. And
Absolutely.
I that's my buddy right there. But you know, I always worry about because
there's a lot of cobwebs in that part of the brain. You're like, oh my gosh, I remember all these things. And
But
had
we
a great
think
time.
back
But
to
you know
the
what?
youth,
We
you
pick up
know.
where we left off, which that's true friendship.
Yeah.
Which you are.
Right
I
back,
appreciate you.
and I appreciate you, man. And
Oh, I appreciate y'all too.
Well, I appreciate you. Yeah, I just met you, but you're awesome.
yeah, it's been a treat, and I look forward to seeing you again and catching up here with the rest of the folks on the show, and as things progress, and tell us a little bit about where you've been and what you're doing, and sharing that
Well,
with those
you
in
know
our
what?
audience.
I've been doing things to try to make the world a better place because I have the opportunity to do it, and it's just resonated with me. It's a big deal. So,
is.
wow, where do I start with that? I don't know how much time I have. That's another show altogether. So, but I would like to reach out to anybody that wants to see what www.369gwe.com is about, and that's the
The
that's
wellness.
the Global Wellness Center. It's really good. You know what?
It's here in
There's a
Conroe.
lot- yeah, it's here in Conroe. It's
Okay.
off 2854. And it's a big spread, but it's, you know what? You got high blood pressure. It's immediately going to go way lower. And it centers you. It balances you.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I was getting ready to close out unless you had more to add. I mean, if you had a little.
No, I love all of this. There's so much more, but I can't.
Well,
I just
let me
want to
give a
just
few
say one
shout-outs.
thing that, you know
Okay,
what?
go
Our
ahead.
Father first. And
Amen.
you know, it's nice to be an employee of our Father, and to make other people's lives better makes me a happier person. So thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Well, I'd like to give a special shout out to the Hyatt Regency Conroe. Thank you for letting Shurrie come and join us today. Golakeconroe, of course, the company that I work with, and True Texas Solar are friends of ours that are going to be sponsoring the Free Citizens concert over on August 24th. Carl's AC, Paul the Plumber,
All the people.
Oh, Chapel Pressure Washing. My boy.
don't you forget
Chapel. Les.
on,
Love you,
Les.
Les. Yeah, okay. We had to give him a real one. September 22nd is Labor Day. And October 14th is Indigenous People Day. And October 31st, Halloween.
I will be somewhere else.
Are you gonna dress up as a pirate?
I don't know.
Everybody's got a little captain in them.
It's on the board.
I think I've seen him do that before a couple of times in the past.
Folks, we'll see you next week here on the Texas Ticket Show on Lone Star Community Radio. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.